out in the lineup right now. We've got T.Wright, Coco, Tatiana Weston-Webb, and V.Fierro. This is going to be a really exciting one. 3 surfers with so much championship tour experience, and one that has been so close, especially last year. She was about 2 seats away, V.Fierro, for making it onto the championship tour.
Yeah, so it's pretty much a battle of the gladiators, all that CT experience amongst those 3. There would just be so many good matchup heats they've already had historically. In the free surfs, I guess Tatiana's been one of the standouts. She's really critical. She's really aggressive. She's just not scared, and here we go.
Straight into the lip, T.Wright, the 2-time Gold Coast champion, cutting back into the foam. She'll kick out as that wave just tapers down without much of a lip on offer. And she draws that first line to get things going this morning. Yeah, great to just see her, get that feeling, especially just given that it's going to be a little bit different than what they've been competing in the last couple of days. Tatiana Weston-Webb now up and riding. Nice snap on her backhand. Straight into the lip. And finds that lip.
Lost her board under her feet there in that next section, but Tatiana definitely by far the best kind of exchange. You can just see she's got that backhand dialed in here, and she's finding a nice clean pocket. Beautiful projection out with the lip that have been picked up that weren't getting ridden yesterday. Here's Coco's replay. Looks smooth, unfortunately.
And here she is now on a beautiful looking wave. Great wave selection. Nice clean face. Can really see that it's just groomed. And she connects through for the finish. She's going to hang on with this and hope that it reopens for her, but I feel like with a little bit of that wind today too, that next section is going to close out a little more. Very solid start off for Tatiana as we take another look at Vahine.
Nice surfing. Second turn just kind of up and over the section, and then this thing maybe just tried to do too much on the end bit there, but this is where the criticalness was there. You can see how nice and tight she gets in the lip. Probably a good looking score for Vahine.
T.Wright having a go on this one. Gets a little bit of that bump in the face of the wave, just causes a hiccup in that second turn, but she's now finding that speed and momentum moving forward. She'll kick out as well, not wanting to milk it so far through to the inside section. Her coach Andy King there and her partner Lily. Great to see that support down here so early in the morning. Assistance of Andy King behind her if we see her really in that running for another world title this year.
Here's the replay of this second wave for Tyler. Drops the wallet a little, but hits that lump and bump. I think that's going to be a case for today. If you push too far out onto the open face, you're going to kind of be having to deal with and contend with all that lump. And then you could just surf it with your little thing. It was just so sick.
Coco into the lip for that first maneuver, generating some speed and racing down the line. Nice flow from that bottom turn into a little wrap. Nice snap under the lip, and really just starting to find that speed now. The first wave that's opened up.
Surfing maybe a lot more from the surface today.
Yeah, that's a great way to break it down as we take one more look at last of Coco.
Yeah, this is a beautiful wave, and it's just hit the bank so nicely. It cleans up as it goes to the inside. Coco keeps the flow rolling all the way down the line and just kind of winds up as she goes as well. Gets more powerful, more critical.
Tati now getting really caught behind the section. She's going to hang with it here, goes for the foam climb. And she likes to look at this one because of the size. Now she's going to commit to a big solid section, continues to open up for her there. You can really see the difference in just a little bit of disconnect.
I like the really, really sharp angle takeoff that she's got here. She can see she's hopefully going to find the little pocket going down the line, and this big section here, really quick whip, just negotiating. And Vahine has as well. Here's the replay for her last wave. They've just got to really be on the search for them, and at the moment Vahine has just picked another nice wave. It seems like she's able to identify those ones that have been hitting the bank a little better, similar to Tatiana's last wave though too.
Now heading out through the keyhole, we might see some of the locals that decide to jump off the rocks a little farther up the point. That current today is going to be hectic as we see Tyler just lose control on that opening maneuver. But I feel like it's going to be really about that timing of paddling back out, because with that current so strong today, Jess, we could see surfers swept out of position really quickly.
The luck factor in surfing, that flow with nature is going to come into play.
Tyler having another look there, no priority established. And you can already see the surfers swept so far as we take a look right now at the Gold Coast flight cam. And it's just been such a pleasure to be able to call the action for one of the most perfect waves in the world. It's looking a little bit less like perfection today and a little bit more like a challenge, Jess.
It's really going to, like we said, allow these QS warriors to step up just a little bit more than what I've seen in the last few days.
For these surfers right now to even start thinking that far ahead, in some sense that they could be in that mix come the end of next year. As we see Tyler now linking into a great bit of rail work to start things off. This is going to be a really important moment for her because she hasn't been able to find anything above that 3-point ride. Wave selection being super crucial, and she's getting a good piece of it as it comes through the inside. It's a smaller size wave, but she's getting some work done, throwing in some variety within her turns, finding that speed, that flow on a smaller wave. She's now going to opt for the runaround with 8.5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, that was surfed pretty well, probably to its utmost potential. You can see it was a smaller one. It hit the bank all right and cleaned up as it came through right on that inside. Perhaps this first turn here, I mean, pretty powerful. A lot of spray off the top. You can see that kind of ribbed, open face that the competitors are going to have to deal with today. Tyler does well. She's adjusted to it. She's already had a couple of wobbles this morning on her, so she knows what to expect now and just gets to work. Just a grindy wave, a little bit cleaner through the inside. Finishes it off really nicely too.
Tatiana got a piece of the action as well. We're now waiting for this score to come through.
Yeah, here we go. This is the next number for Tati. She seems to pick some really nice clean ones. That one is a lot smoother than Tyler's. And she's able to make those kind of transition floater sections look pretty critical. That's a nice big snap under the lip there.
Looking to improve on that 4.23. Vahine now with a good looking set opening up. I love the extension that she gets out of that back leg as she goes to the top of those turns. Setting up really patiently, just looking for the pace of that wave, timing it to connect with the pocket. Hits another one here. Looks for that link through to the inside. She's in a position right now where she's chasing that score to advance. That finishing maneuver was going to be crucial within that conversation of just solidifying a little bit more in those points. She's chasing a 5.28 at the moment.
And adjust and adapt to the conditions.
Vahine looking to improve on a 4-point ride with this one.
Yeah, look at this section there. She kind of puts a little bit more oomph on the backhand and gets a fair bit of work done as well. Similar kind of approach for Tatiana and using those transition kind of frothy high sections, but making them look probably a lot more critical than what they are. Nice wave choice as well.
It's a 5.73, and now Coco with the opportunity to answer back. She's only chasing a 2.63 now to gain that advancing position again, because she already has a 7.60 on the scoreboard. Nice, smooth rail work. Little bowl starting to stand up in front of her that she can really unleash. Tap into the power. She's going to kick out before that closeout section. And then she was one result away at the final event of the year in Haleiwa. Had she made it from that semi-final match into the finals, she would have found that qualification. So for her now, this will be an earlier loss, considering how she ran into the Challenger Series last year. Nice snap layback from Wright. Good second turn, setting it up now. She comes down the line, really getting those nice big carves. Requirements, scores starting to drop through now for last of Tyler.
This has got to be her best wave. Good repertoire, good variety, bigger looking sections, clean open face. She executed it so nicely. You can see just absolutely gliding through some pretty tricky, bumpy sections and just waiting for her moment to attack. And then there it is, the style, the power. That is Tyler Wright, and finishes it. That's going to be a really nice score for her. Here's the replay of Vahine's. Puts it up into the first section and then gets to work through this inside. A little bit frothier face and a bit of a smaller wave compared to Tyler's, but she does do a lot of work. This is going to be a really, really tight finish is going to come.
And now Coco. Coco just needs to improve on a 3.80, so this may be the more important wave of the heat if she can increase that requirement on the rest of the field. And this wave is turning out to be just amazing, offering her a lot of size, a lot of pocket to work with. Nice snap under the lip, and she'll go down.
Down to the bar, and then she's been on point, picked the best waves. Maybe not necessarily the biggest scores, but she's definitely been on the best waves of this heat so far. Coco's been the standout, and this beautiful clean inside section capitalises on it, so big scores coming in, Shannon.
Yeah, this is going to be really exciting. Coco then puts on a solid finish.
She's kind of been a bit of a wave magnet here.
And now Tati with an opportunity to just get another good wave here at Snapper, especially to experience changing conditions. She's competed out here on the championship tour in the past. She's never walked away with a victory, though, on the Gold Coast, so she would have that in mind now as she just hammers it away down the line. She's already got that 7.6 and that 6.17. She's doing a great job to seamlessly connect those maneuvers together and secure herself a place of victory. Has just changed the situation. I didn't see it coming for Tati to be knocked out of the lead, but Tyler Wright gets an 8.23, momentarily sitting in first. We do have a score now coming through also for last of T.Weston-Webb. She requires a 7.34 out of this one to move herself into first. That has changed the situation a little bit. Coco is down into third for the moment, chasing a 5.57 for her last wave. Coco makes it through into the round of 16. She'll be competing later today. Feeling so stoked. An important moment for her. Tyler Wright and Tatiana Weston-Webb are already through the midseason cut on the championship tour. They're going to be heading to G-Land.